This is Matt for Into Boxing. I'm delighted to be joined by heavyweight superstar Daniel Dubois. Daniel, before we talk about you, talk about what a proud moment this is for you today. Caroline Dubois on stage, ready to make a professional debut this weekend on a mega card of Eubank Jr. and Williams. Talk to me about her, and it must be a really good moment for you.
Yeah, it is. It's amazing. It's a good card to make your debut on, and it's start of the journey for her, on the beginning.
What can we expect from her? For people who haven't seen her box, I've seen a little bit of her, obviously her amateur experience, but then I've also seen her open workout. She looks like she packs a punch, a bit like yourself. Talk to me about her and what fans can expect when they tune in.
World-class skills, you know, Olympian. She's got all the skill, the pedigree behind her. So you're going to see all of that, and bit of the dig, and settling down into the pro game.
Now, have you managed to give her any advice? You're someone who's had, obviously you're not too far along into your career, but you've experienced obviously both sides of boxing. Obviously you got a good winning run, took a defeat, you bounced back, and now you're in a position to be mandatory for a WBA title. Have you managed to give her any words of advice where you can say, look, just to watch out for this, that, or whatever?
I can tell her advice, whether she listens or not. But she knows where she wants to go. This is her time, and I'm sure she's going to experience it, learn for herself, and like I did. Everyone has to learn. Go for it. This is what you want, so you go and make it happen.
Do you believe she'll become a world champion?
I think so. Yeah, definitely. She should go up the weight classes as well.
Oh, I can't wait to see her journey. Anyway, let's just quickly move on to you. WBA champion Trevor Bryan. Looks like there's something there. Is there any negotiations about making that fight happen? Because obviously you've called for it. He seems to, from what he's saying, seems to want it. Is it going to happen?
I hope so. I hope so. I hope it happens next. I want that fight next. I want to fight for a world title next. So, yes, let's get it on.
If you and Trevor Bryan fight in the ring, come to blows fight, what happens? How do you beat Trevor Bryan?
By any means necessary.
Not. It doesn't matter how.
It's necessary. Yeah. Win is a win. I've got to win. That's all I see.
What would it mean to you to become, WBA champion? This early on in your career, it'll open a lot of doors for you. Obviously, we know who the super champions are in the division, but that will give you the key to much bigger fights also. That's right.
It leads to, I don't need to, everyone knows what the world title is. I won't find no trouble finding opponents and, climbing up the ranks and all of those, and all of that. So I want that fight next. I want to win the world title next.
Regardless of that fight as well, when you look at the heavyweight scene now, especially domestically, you've got the likes of Fabio Wardler coming through. Obviously, I know you're maybe a bit further on. You've got Nathan Gorman, who you fought before. He's with Wasserman. Would that be a fight you'd look at running back one day if Nathan moved up the ranks and managed to maybe get a title and move on? Yeah,
if he gets up to the level and then it makes sense, yeah, why not?
Right, final couple just before we go. I want to get your predictions. Whyte has got the fight he wanted for so long, Tyson Fury. That's a brilliant fight and a huge build-up. Talk to me about that fight. Who do you think wins and why?
It's going to be an interesting fight. This is his chance, and I'm sure he's trying really hard for it. So, on a prediction, right, I edge towards Fury. I think, Fury with his experience and coming off the three Wilder fights, he's got it. I think I'll edge him to win it, but it'll be a good fight.
Brilliant. And also, it looks like if that happens, then Anthony Joshua will have his rematch with Alexander Usyk. We know what happened in the first fight, but it looks like Joshua's going to make some changes. Changes a trainer potentially. If he does manage to, change trainer, do you think he'll be able to get that back? Do you think he'll manage to win in the rematch?
He knows what he needs to do. Everyone is saying that he needs to turn back to his old self and, go in there and be more physical and rough the little guy up. So we'll see. I hope people can pull it off. We'll see.
Daniel Dubois, thanks for talking to Into Boxing, giving me some of your time. Big appreciation.